This week's rental review is a 2024, I believe. Yeah, 2024 Cadillac XT6. 400. Take a guess at what that means. Leave your guess in the comments. What would 400 represent? But yeah, I guess it's a 2024. The year really doesn't matter because this thing is it was old when it came out, and I kind of like that it's old, but it's kind of interesting. I think this is the best implementation of this platform. It's kind of funny, if you get a Traverse or other GM products now, they went away from this V6 and Cadillac kept it. The flagship brand kept the engine that debuted in 2008. There's a lot of puzzling parts about this car, but you'll see my driving impressions here in a little bit. Kind of filmed this video backwards. Definitely not the standard of the world. Spoiler alert. I like it, but for the price they want for this thing, there's better options. But hey, stick around and see my more detailed impressions. Okay, so inside of the Cadillac XT6, well, it's a General Motors product. The screen I recognized immediately. Just all the controls, similar to how that Genesis felt like a, definitely felt like a Hyundai. This feels like a GM. Down to the powertrain. This is a very familiar powertrain. If you like GMs, it's the 3.6 liter V6 that's been around forever. But yeah, in terms of driving experience, this thing really actually drives pretty well. I gotta say I'm impressed. Let's start with visibility. Great visibility. I mean, it's a box, but even out the back, you can see everything, which is awesome. Without a turbo, the throttle response is really predictable. It's just a pretty good driving vehicle. No steering feel whatsoever. Not sporty in any way, but for this segment of vehicle, this is kind of what you expect. But I'm trying to figure out what segment of vehicle this is exactly. Is this supposed to compete with like an X5? Because it definitely doesn't. Or an Audi Q5? I mean, in terms of luxury, hell no. I mean, everything is just GM kind of. I mean, it's soft touch. The sound system, I wish I could play you some music, but as you can see, I had some Jeezy playing. The sound system's incredible. And as janky and small as this screen is, it connected instantly. I mean, it connected really fast. I haven't had any issues with that. And all the safety stuff, the radar cruise, all that seems to work pretty well. It also has ventilated seats, which made it a pretty easy decision this time of the year in where am I? Kansas City. That's where I am, Kansas City. So yeah, ventilated seats. Another really cool feature, and you can tell this is prior generation. I'm going to get that open here. It has probably the largest panoramic roof. I mean, I might have the largest panoramic roof on the market today. It is truly massive over both rows, and it opens. That's why I said it's prior generation. It opens. It has a pretty large opening. I mean, the current generation of GM stuff, a lot of the EVs, the roofs do not open. Well, the current generation, GM is pretty good about making the roofs open because none of their stuff is current generation, let's be honest. But like BMW, when they took away the roof in the X3, it's just a glass panel. That stinks because I like to open these things, and you can see just how far back it opens. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, quiet, and comfortable. I mean, no sporting intentions whatsoever. This thing rides phenomenal. It rides, well, like a Cadillac. But yeah, the screen. We got to talk about the screen. I know they've updated this, or at least I think they did. They might not have in this product, but they have in other ones. And yeah, it just looks dated. It's small. But the weird thing is, it's got these, like to turn off the automatic stop start. That's a touch button, right? Like it's touch sensitive. You don't have to give it much pressure. So I said, okay, like there's another screen around here. No, if you look close, it can only light up as that. So they made it a touch screen, but it's like a touch panel, like it would be in, the late 90s. And I will say, I was trying to select an app up here, and I turned the hazards on by accident 3 times. So the touch panel is not ideal, but most of the time you just play stuff off your phone, and for that it works great. And like I said, it connects fast. So yeah, just really weird. And at no time was this ever appropriate. Yeah, and it's angled away from the driver, which is, it's just weird. All right, it's just weird. And like I said, these gauges are ancient. But yeah, another dead giveaway is where they put the wireless phone charger. It's down here. Definitely tell it was an afterthought. The cup holders are also tiny. I mean, that's a iPhone 13 or 14. Yeah, and you can see it barely fits. I had a 32-ounce bottle of water that did not fit in the cup holder. Kind of surprising. Because this is an American car, we like our cup holders, and there's no pocket to put it in here. So in terms of like storage space, this thing's no Honda Odyssey, no Honda Pilot. It's no Toyota product where there's 10,000 cup holders. But the driving experience definitely makes up for it. It is quiet, it's smooth, it's comfortable, and again, this engine, it's a naturally aspirated engine, so it's not the quickest thing in the world. I believe it makes 310 horsepower in this application, but yeah, what does it matter? You're not street racing in this thing. It gets the job done. It never really feels like it needs any more power, but then again, it never really feels powerful. I will say though, compared to that Miata I reviewed last week, it's linear. It builds power smoothly. I'll show you guys here in a little bit, but this is a finely tuned engine, and it better be. I mean, it's been around since 2008. I mean, GM added like DI and variable valve timing, but it's been around since 2008, so the engine better be pretty solid. But yeah, overall, love the visibility, love the comfort, love the air-conditioned seats. I don't love all this. I mean, it's just ugly and weird, and things are separated, like the volume knob's down here, but the screen's up here. Okay, I get that for, just adjusting the volume and doing quick adjustments with this. And it actually has a rotary knob like the Mazdas and BMWs do, but you can't select things with it. Like, you still end up having to use the touch screen. You push on it and it doesn't, I don't know. It's not very well thought out, but driving experience is pretty good. I'll get you guys some acceleration and highway videos here, but yeah, drives really well. Seats are definitely comfortable. I don't know what else to say. It's a Cadillac midsize SUV. Now, does this compete with Audis, Jaguars, Land Rovers, BMWs? Absolutely not. This thing should have a Buick badge on it. And I wonder what Buick has this badge on it. Probably put it up on the text here, because it's shared with 1,000 other things. This is GM we're talking about here. But yeah, I'll get you guys some more highway driving impressions. And yeah, but overall, it's fine. It's inoffensive. But the roof is cool. And this Bose sound system is awesome. I really like this as a rental car. That's kind of that's kind of, where this review is going. This is a great rental car. Would I ever buy one? Hell no. Would I rent one again? Absolutely. All right, so we're going to accelerate onto the highway here so I can show you guys what I mean about this being a very adequate powertrain. So and we've already caught traffic. I mean, yeah, sounds like a generic V6, but I mean, it really goes when you put your foot down. I had an Impala with this powertrain, and you can imagine that wasn't a light car, but it wasn't all-wheel drive, and it weighed less than this, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, now that we're at higher speeds, even with the roof open, there's no wind noise, and the ride is remarkable. I mean, honestly, rides like a Cadillac. So yeah, driving experience, this thing rocks. I love the driving experience. In terms of competitiveness in its class, probably not. But you know what? I think Cadillac knows their market. I think people who are buying a Cadillac like General Motors. They like the brand. They want something that rides smooth, that hopefully is reliable. These 3.6s, they used to have timing chain issues, and mine definitely did, but mine had 180,000 miles on it when I finally let go. The timing chain let go. It jumped timing. It's pretty dramatic, honestly. But yeah, it's proven technology. It's not gonna confuse you, that's for sure. I think GM knew what they were doing with this one. Either that or they just made a really cool rental car. Either way, I'm okay with it. Let's get a little acceleration off the line here. Yeah, more than enough power. Especially in a car like this. Soccer moms everywhere will be pleased. I'm going to show you guys more around the interior, but I don't know if they'd be pleased with the interior space. This is definitely, the two seats in the back, making this technically a 7-seater, are an absolute joke. This is a 5-seater SUV. And as a 5-seater, they probably shouldn't have put that third row back there because it made the load floor a lot higher. Again, this is GM. They make about 85, they're 85% there, and then they're about, 15%. Well, no, it's more like this. It's 85 GM, 85% there, 10%, what the and then 5%, you're like, okay, this was a good idea, but you should have left it in the oven a little bit longer. You put all that together, and you get the Cadillac crest. So, give you guys a closer interior tour. I mean, they tried to do things that were smart, like give you space down here, like a Honda product. But this is so cluttered, and there's nowhere to put a bottle, and this holds like half a phone, and then, I mean, come on, like, you can't compare it to a Honda Passport or any of the Toyota products. This is not exactly the most usable space, and like the cheesy fake carbon, and like I said, all these materials are just, I mean, you can tell it's got some wear and tear, but this is a Chevy. I mean, yeah, it's a Chevy. But yeah, it's pretty inoffensive looking. Wheels look cool. Got that signature Cadillac look. Show you guys the back seat here. Back seat space, it's pretty good. They want captain's chairs here, so I lied. This is a 6-seater. Haven't sat back here yet, but the floor is pretty high though. You sit kind of low, and it's kind of weird because there's a ton of headroom. They could have raise this seat. This goes back to that GM engineering. This is a decent amount of space, though. But what do they have against cups? I mean, where are the cup holders? Maybe there's some down here? But they're the same 12-ounce can size. Whoever engineered the XT6 really liked, drinking beer or soda, because they figured you're going to have a can of anything. And you got a weird shelf here to lose things in. That's genius. But yeah, these seats back here are, well, oh, they're power. I was going to say, why aren't they coming up? Okay, let's go back there. So these seats here, obviously the obligatory power lift gate. Let's put the seat up. There we go. Yeah, not a ton of leg room and zero cargo space with that seat up. Similar to every other vehicle in this class. Let's drop it. I mean, those are smooth for power seats. And again, you can put your cans back here. Oh, interesting. That's actually a really big hidden storage compartment. What did we not install? Locking lug nuts. And the owner's manual. Somebody did a really good job PDIing this car. But I want to talk about the most interesting thing back here. That would be that 400 badge. Okay, XT6, I get it. XT, it's their SUV. 6, so it's bigger than a 5, smaller than a 7, and they don't make a 7, but so it's the biggest XT, whatever. That means like a crossover Cadillac. I get it. X, all-wheel drive. T, I guess they want you to think it's a truck. Okay, whatever. 400. 400 watts. What does that mean? Maybe I'm dating myself here, but do you guys remember when badges used to mean something? Like a Cadillac. Cadillac never did it, but BMW. A 328 meant it had a 2.8 liter engine. An E300, or a 300E, I should say, was an E-Class, so the E body style, with a 3-liter engine. A 300D, for example, was a 300 engine that was a diesel. A 325i had a 2.5 liter. So BMW, Mercedes, they had naming that, was logical and made sense. Those were the days, and those days are gone. Now, in the last, 15 years, since everything's a turbocharged engine, a 328i BMW is a 2-liter engine. So is a 320i. That one kind of makes sense. But so is a 330i. Oh, okay. You want to get a little more confusing? A 235i is that same 2-liter engine. It represents a power level at this point, not necessarily an engine size. Okay. I don't like that, but I can follow it. Like they made a 335i, which was a 3-liter, but there was also a 330 that was naturally aspirated. I get it, right? But 400 in Cadillac's case, 400 watts, right? So your first thought would be, 400 horsepower, right, Tom? No. Car does not have 400 horsepower. Okay, 400, maybe that's the class of the engine. Kind of. It actually means the Newton meters of torque. This is America. This is an American product. You can't Newton meters of torque. Do you measure anything in Newton meter? 400. That's what it stands for. And this V6 makes around 270 pound-feet of torque. the standard measurement. In America, we're in a Cadillac, but 400. So yeah, you'll see a 300 badge, you'll see a 400 badge. Basically, they don't want to say that the smaller ones have a 4-cylinder, a 2.7 liter 4-cylinder. So they put a badge with numbers on it because it sounds better than 2.7 liter. The same motor that they put in a full-size pickup truck too. Gotta love good old GM. But yeah, so overall, I like this thing as a rental car. It's fine as a rental car. It rides smooth. The visibility's great. It's definitely a dated product, and I kind of like that. So yeah, overall, if you could rent an XT6, I recommend you do it. It's going to be comfortable. It's going to have enough power. It's got enough cargo space as long as there's only 4 of you. And yeah, it's inoffensive in every way, and the radio works. I don't know what else to say. Cadillac used to be the standard of the world. This is definitely not the standard of the world. I mean, or is it? Has the world gotten so bad that this is the standard of the world? No, I'm just joking. But yeah, overall, Cadillac XT6, it's a forgettable vehicle. I'm going to forget about it next week when I read something else. But then again, if I see one again, I'm not going to turn it down. So yeah, Cadillac XT6, the most, vanilla vehicle in its class, and proud of it. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Thanks again. And like I said, if you want to see anything else, please let me know. I have other vehicles. If you don't like this one, I promise with the range of vehicles I have, there's got to be something you like, or not. It's a free country. But thanks again for watching, and keep driving. Till next time.